Yo, what is up, traders? So today is going to be a powerful video because I'm going to show you exactly how I trade and pass futures evaluations for prop firms. I use a risk model that significantly increases the probability of success that far surpasses the average retail trader approach. And at the end of the video, I'll show you a quick entry model that stacks very well with this risk model. So let's get into that. Now, the very first thing we want to do is find a futures prop firm to trade with. I'm going to recommend Funding Ticks. I've traded dozens of prop firms. There are some good ones, but this is probably my favorite prop firm right now. And the reason for that is because they have this Pro Plus 50K evaluation. That's a one-step evaluation, and you only need 5% profit to pass. Normal is 6%, and you still get 4% drawdown, which is end of day trailing loss, which is also way better than equity trailing drawdown. So great conditions for the trader. I will leave the link for them in the description of my video as well. So the only catch here that we need to consider is they have a 40% consistency, but we're actually going to use that to our advantage. And I'll show you how to calculate this. So we need $2,500 profit, 40% consistency. So let me whip out the calculator here and I will show you how to do the math. So we have the calculator right here and we go 2,500. Okay, and then we just times that by 0.4, right? 40%. That's going to be 40% consistency. That equals 1,000. So basically what this means is we cannot make more than $1,000 profit in a day. If we do, our overall profit target is naturally going to go up. We'll have to make more on the account to pass it. So we're going to hard cap our profit at the end of the day. So this is exactly what I do to consistently pass these evaluations. I'm going to keep it simple. So let's go over to the chart and remember that we have $2,000 of drawdown. So my general rule is that I am going to have one contract per 1,000 of drawdown. Okay, that's my general rule. And this is what my trade setup is going to look like. Let's say I want to go long. It's currently sitting on the VWAP. I want to go long here for a potential VWAP bounce, right? I am going to set up this trade as a limit order on the VWAP. We go a bit below there just so it makes sense. Like this. And 2 contracts, okay? Now I'm going to put my profit at exactly 1,000. Okay. And I'm going to let it hit no matter what. It's going to hit no matter what, or it's going to lose the trade. I'm not going to close it early unless the market's about to reset or unless there's news coming. And then for my drawdown, this is what's going to be controversial, but this is what increases your base probability of success by quite a bit. You want to bring your drawdown to the max drawdown allowance, which is 2,000. Okay, so the trade's going to look like this. This VWAP bounce is actually playing out in real time, which is funny. Nice trade there. So what this does is it allows your base probability of the initial trade setup to be quite high. I actually have a 66% chance to win this trade blindly, even without any entry model. Okay, so what we do is because we're only can make 1,000 profit in a day, on day 1, we target 1,000. So it's either going to be 1,000 or bust. Day 2, the exact same thing, 1,000 or bust. And day 3, all we need left is $500. So day 3, my trade's going to look like this. And I'll probably just go slightly over just in case there's a little bit of extra profit I need. So that's my day 3 trade. Now the probability to hit my day 3 trade is way higher than the potential to loss. So your probability to win each day is actually higher than losing, and you only need 3 of those. Okay, so even if it was 50-50, think about the chances of winning 3 coin flips in a row. This is way better than that. Way better than that. So that's the risk model that I use when I'm trading these evaluations, and that's what leads to me spending $2,000 total on evaluations for Funding Ticks. I have over $10,000 in payouts over the course of 2 months. That's a crazy ROI on a $2,000 investment. And you can also use payout money for more challenges. So it's all risk-free eventually once you have the system going, which is a beautiful thing. So consider doing that on your next evaluation. That's the risk model that I do. The only other thing, when you get funded, because of the funded account rules. I'm not going to go into it too much, but you do need a buffer. Trade the funded account the exact same way you've traded this. And then you can request at least a $500 payout, because you can request anything over your $2,000 of drawdown. So if once you get the account to 52,000, you can request anything above that as long as you complete the 5 minimum trading days. So I will give you a quick tip here. If you're doing minimum trading days where you need to make 200 profit, I'm doing the same thing. That's what my trade setup is going to look like. It is ridiculous. I know, I get it, but that is the best way to do it. Period. That's it. If you want to talk base blind probability to give yourself the best chance to succeed based off of just probability alone, I understand that this isn't a sustainable model on like a real account. Eventually you're going to blow the account. But with a prop firm account, it's just a temporary account. You just need to hit your targets and move on. So this is what I do to hit consistent payouts and increase my probability as much as possible. Okay. So one thing I will say for an entry model, what I like to do with these entry models is if there's momentum on the I'm on the 3-minute chart here, but if there's momentum, clear momentum, bearish momentum, I'm just going to go with that momentum. I'm not going to try to time a cute little bottom sniper entry. I'm going to enter somewhere in that momentum. Okay. And like I said, once again, we're doing that trade setup like that, create limit order 2, right? So I'm going to target 1,000 and my stop loss will be way up here. Now, the reason for that is because if you're going with momentum, you're likely that even if you're not completely right about the bias long term, you can catch these like trades. They'll overstretch before they start to reverse often. So this is kind of like a nice method to use just to go with the lower time frame momentum. Keep it as simple. You can market order a lower time frame entry. That's it. It's very simple. If you have your own strategy, you can run this risk model on your strategy. But sometimes when I'm setting up trades quickly on these accounts, I'll just take a quick glance at like, oh, sellers are currently in control. Boom, I'll go short, setting up this type of risk on the trade. So it's worked out for me very well, not just once, multiple times over months and months. So I do know what I'm talking about from experience. If you've been struggling hitting payouts and succeeding with futures prop firms, consider a risk model with an inverse risk reward. And that's it. Once again, if you need any extra help, I do have community and everything. I'll leave the link in the description of the video. But best of luck. Hope it works out for you. Peace.